Hello and welcome to this presentation of Mobile to Sage. My name is Ara Martirossian. I'm going to show you how our Sage Manufacturing Configure to Order module works. In this example, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to pretend I'm making garage doors, and these garage doors are configured based on width and height, and they have various different configurable parameters, and we'll have a look at that in a minute. So what are the main benefits? Well, the module is very easy to set up and use and can have pretty much any front end. It imports data into Sage, and that includes creation of projects, timesheets, purchase orders, stock allocations, as well as the images that have been captured. And we'll have a look at that again in a minute. The system has been set up in this scenario to allow you to have an iPad in the field to capture photos and signatures and take details at the client site. Once that's been done, it then creates a signed contract and saves that in Sage so it's easy to retrieve. And a PDF is emailed to both the client and account and anybody else you want to have a copy of it. So let's look at this in action. Right, here's my iPad, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a completely new project for a new garage door. So I'm going to say Start New Project, and there it is. And who's it for? It's going to be for A1 Design. What kind of a door it is? It's a prestige one. When do I want this thing to start? Well, it's going to start on the 7th, that's fine. And what am I going to do? I'm going to quote £11,000 for that. I'm going to save that. Right, so save that project. So that's done. And okay, so the first thing I need to do is take some photos. So I've got some, I'm going to put some default photos in. And what the client wants is they've asked for a red door with a blue inlay. So I'm just going to prototype that for them. So it's going to look like that. So save that. And the other alternative that they've got is that they might actually want it with a yellow inlay. So I can do that. And I can put images and text and things like that on there. So that's what they've asked for, and that's great. So I've now got pictures of the photos. That's all done and dusted, and there they are. So they're happy with that particular design, and so I need to do some details of what the stock requirements are. So the garage is located at the front of the door, and the grey fields are the things that I can change for my configuration. So in fact, the garage is 2,200 millimeters wide, and they would like the slats to be 110 wide. There we are. And the position of the motor needs to be on the right hand side, and they want a 3-phase motor. And the other thing they want is they want me to waterproof the hinges and so on. So that's it. So I've done that, and the configurator has automatically figured out what I need for this particular configuration, and there it is on the right hand side. So I'll save that. Great. Now I want to send them an invoice for this particular thing, so I actually would like that to go tomorrow rather than today, and those are the details that are going to appear on the service invoice that's going to appear in Sage, but I could change that if I wanted to. Now I can also raise purchase orders in relation to this particular job, which are specific to this job, so I can just go in here and I can then see a list of my particular product, and I can pick whatever I want. I don't know, maybe a calculator or something, and that is a purchase order that will be related to this particular project. Now let's put in the timesheets. So I spent 2 hours doing design, and I spent 3 hours doing the sales meeting. Very simple, good. So that's now done and dusted, so I'll save that. And that's it. So that's my project all done. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the customer to sign it. So it's been signed by Ara, and it was signed today. That's it. And I'm just going to sign that as Ara. There you go. And what I want him to do is to also sign the design. So that's the design. So I'm going to pretend Ed did the design work. And again, Ara needs to say he's happy with the blue door or the yellow door. There it is. It's all done. So that's all saved. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send Ara a copy of that contract. There it is. The manufacturing contract has been emailed. And if I go into my inbox and have a look at, there it is. It's arrived. And if I open that up, there it is. There's my door contract with all the details of the door, the measurements, the signature. There's my works order that can go to the shop floor for manufacturing purposes. There's the picture and the drawings, including the signatures, and that's it. So that's now all done and dusted. So now I'm going to swap over to my Sage machine and import that into Sage. So let's look for any doors. So this is the admin console that the accounts department would use, or the manufacturing department would use back in base. And here we are. We've got the details of the door. I can immediately see the project details, the signatures, the photos, the stock allocation per the configurator, the service invoice that's been done, the purchase order, and the timesheet. So let's just import it. Now if I go into Sage and have a look at project 1086, that doesn't exist. So if I now press one button, that will then go and import all that data into Sage. There's a project door, details, stock allocations, timesheets, service invoices, and the project images. And now it's importing it into Sage. That's it, it's finished, and it's imported everything into Sage. So let's go and have a look at that. So swap to Sage, refresh that, and there's project 1086. Open that up. And I've got all the details, including the start date, and I've set this end date to be 4 weeks from today or a month from today. I've got some details in terms of addresses. I've got some analysis information. I've got actual and committed costs, and the committed costs are to do with things like stock allocations, and we'll have a look at that in a minute. The actual cost is to do with timesheets, and we'll have a look at that in a minute. If I have a look at the structure, this is just a project at the top, but I could have project structures in here. Now the memo field is the important bit, because in here I've got details that was captured on the iPad. So if I have a look at the drawings and open that up, there's a picture of the garage door that they asked for. Here's the second variant, which was in yellow. And also the signed contract. There it is. There's a signed contract with all the signatures and the details that were agreed by the customer. Dead easy. And finally, the activity, which is the timesheet. So there's the 2 hours that I spent designing it, and there's the 3 hours that I did at the sales meeting. So I've got all the information in Sage, and I can then just go and manage that and produce it and so on. I've also got the service invoice, so let's go and have a look at that. There we are, we've got the service invoice. And here's a purchase order. Dead easy. We've also got the stock allocations, so let's go and have a look at that. So I'll go into product, I'll go into allocations, I'll go to amend allocations, and I'll pick my project, which is 1086, open that up, and there we are, all ready to be allocated and processed accordingly. Great, dead easy. Thank you for your time and interest in Sage Manufacturing Configure to Order. Please feel free to contact me to discuss your requirements and to arrange a free trial. Thank you.